There was a story last week that Tom Brady is on the fence about quitting at Fox. Obviously, he hasn't even started yet. But, and a lot of people in media circles have been like, is Tom Brady really going to call games? And I've always said, like, I assume he was. I don't know why. I never looked at it like I never thought someone was throwing a curveball at me. I thought Tom signed this because he was like, yeah, I'll retire, take a deep breath, and I'll call some games. It's easy. I'll fly in private, do some Zoom meetings. It's not like I'm in these cities for 3 out of my 7 days a week. Watch a little film, keep me in the loop. All the coaches will talk to me. It won't be that hard. I've always been hesitant that, like, there's two Toms. There's corporate Tom, which is the majority of the time we hear. And then there's Tom, like he was on his documentary on the ESPN Plus about the Patriot Dynasty, where he was swearing, where he was just kind of being the guy at the locker room, the guy that is in the locker room with his teammates, who just clearly feels like it just resonates with people. And I was like, I don't know if we're a lock to get the cool Tom. We might get the corporate Tom. And so I always question, like, is he, he's not, to me, a can't miss. Like, he's just not. To me, a can't miss broadcaster, if you gave him a mic, would be Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers would be elite. He'd be awesome. Like, Tony Romo has his moments, and Tony Romo has some moments where he's, kind of cheesy. I think Phillip Rivers would be sweet. To me, Tom, he's definitely not Drew Brees. Like, to me, Drew is like, I just don't really, no chance. I bet against that one immediately. Tom, to me, I'd give like a 50-50 chance. There's a chance he's just awesome because he's just good at everything. So he would, really try. He'd do whatever he wanted. He's cool with taking criticism, right? He's been coached his whole life hard. But when that rumor came out, people were like, well, what about Tom? Are we sure Tom's not playing in 2023? Because I'm not. He's single now. I think I saw a story the other day. He's done dating models. Tom Brady, no more dating models. I was like, yeah, Tom, first class, good looking problems. But I feel like it is not going to go quietly. And all it would take is someone to get hurt in OTAs at a big time team. And there's one team, the Miami Dolphins, that I don't think you could ever discount. And maybe this is something that flies a little under the radar in the spring because, for example, the Dolphins, Tua's not getting a concussion in spring. What about the fall? What about in training camp? What if one guy trips on him and he hits his head and all of a sudden he's a little wobbly? It feels like until it's over, like the season has started and Tom Brady is not on the team, I don't know if we can discount it. I don't know if we can. And now there are rumors that he's having second thoughts about doing this. And I don't blame him. Now, I understand it's a lot of money. They gave him like $350 million. But Tom Brady's not doing this for the money. Again, $350 million, I don't care how rich you are, is a lot of money to anyone not named like the Waltons or, Bezos or Elon. But $350 million is a lot of money to Tom. But he does not need the money. Like, ultimately, that money is not going to change anything he does. He's been flying private for 20 years. He can buy any home he ever wants to for a long time, right? And maybe he's got some divorce payments. Maybe that's a little tricky, but she's got a lot of coin too. Though, depending on where you get divorces, as I've been told by divorcees, that it can get complicated fast. And it gets ugly, especially the more money you have, even if they're both earners. But I wonder, there's just going to be, I just don't think this thing's going to go quietly. It never does. It never does. And we always get injuries. Is there a chance that Tom never really wanted to retire? He kind of did it to save his marriage. And then he realized, maybe my marriage isn't worth saving. Maybe I just want to play and we're getting a divorce no matter what. So adios, Giselle. You go with the, people keep saying, Middlekauff, you mix up jiu-jitsu and martial arts and taekwondo. It's like, I don't know all the different factions here, but I do know that Giselle's, been running around with her, taekwondo instructor. Not that Tom doesn't even care. He's like, glad. Have a good time, babe. See you later. Godspeed. I'll drop off the kids next Friday. I just don't know if we've seen the last of Tom.